of this today's demo, right? So today's demo is all about business analyst training program. Okay. So before getting into that, first let me introduce myself. As I said, myself, I'm Srikanth. I have been in this IT industry from 18 years. I played a role of business analyst. I played a role of Scrum Master. I also have played a role of product owner. So I have mix and match experience of client facing roles in the IT industry. So I am a Scrum certified Scrum Master, and I am a certified product owner and product manager from Safe Agile, and I am also a certified Agile coach. Right. So these are the three certifications what I hold as of now, which gives me more knowledge or more strategies to implement while I train the participants. Okay. So this is about myself. Okay. So before, like, let us start with understanding. Okay. So let us start with understanding actually who is a BA. Okay. So I know most of you wanted to transform into BA or start your career as a BA, or get into BA role after a career gap. Okay. So you guys must have done some homework. Okay. You guys must have done some homework to understand exactly why you wanted to be BA or what is a BA is all about, right? So can someone tell me who is a business analyst? Just a one line explanation or a very simple explanation is also fine. I just want to check what level of understanding you have on the business analyst role. Who is a BA? Or else who is a business analyst? What a business analyst do in a project? Why you guys have chosen business analyst? Because it is a non-coding profile, right? So you can say you're working for IT industry, but it is a non-coding profile, right? There is no technical knowledge is required for a business analyst, right? But who is a BA? What exactly a BA does? Can anyone tell? Okay. Right. So a business analyst, okay, a business analyst is basically a liaison between client and the IT team. Okay. I think you guys must know this, but somehow you are unable to tell, right? So business analyst is a liaison between the client and IT team. Okay, what a business analyst do? Business analyst will gather the requirements from IT, from the client, and explain the same to IT using different techniques, right? Different methodologies or different techniques a BA will use to make the IT team understand. Okay, so this is what a business analyst do. Okay, but why we need a business analyst? Why IT team cannot directly go and gather the requirements? Why does business analyst have such important in any project? Okay, why is that? Why can't IT team, IT tech lead or a developer can go and directly gather the requirements from client? Okay, I got one answer. IT team lack functional understanding of the business. Okay, okay. Any other points? Anyone else who want to put in some point here? Okay. See, when generally what happens whenever a tech team or whenever a developer or whenever a tech lead, okay, I got one more response, client would not understand the technical terms that might be used by the developers, right? So both are correct. Okay, so to give you the at a high level, see, IT team thought process would always on the technical aspects or on the technical solutions, right? So they cannot communicate much on the business perspective. Okay. And if IT team go and talk to client on the technical terms, they cannot understand, right? Client will understand only the business kind of a thing or business perspective. Okay. So that is the reason a business analyst is important, who can talk only on the business aspects, not on the technical aspects. Okay. Let's say if you have a requirement of user registration. Okay. You are working for e-commerce project and you want, you got a requirement of user registration. As a business analyst, your thought process would be different and technical team thought process would be different on that particular requirement. Okay. So if you send an IT person to gather the requirement on that particular feature, right? So that IT person, their thought process and their communication will be always or mostly on the technical aspects. Okay. Whereas if you send a business analyst to gather the requirement on that particular feature, business analyst thought process would be on the business aspects. So right, so that is the reason a business analyst is important when it comes to the requirements gathering or stakeholder management or client management. Okay. So a business analyst is a client facing role. Okay. A business analyst is a client facing role. What does that mean? Business analyst is the frontliner. Okay. When it comes to the project related information. Okay. Business analyst is the one who does the client management or stakeholder management or track the project. Everything a business analyst has to do. Okay. If client has to talk anything on the project related terms, then business analyst is the one who will be asked first, who will be questioned first. Then later comes the project manager and everything. Okay. So that is the reason BA is a very important role in any project. Okay. So now let's understand one of, couple of myths, or I say, one of the biggest myth. Okay. When someone says, if you want to transfer as a business analyst, right, you must have heard your friends or your colleagues may told you that, business analyst should require a technical knowledge, right? So I think with this explanation, you got an idea that a business analyst does not require any technical knowledge, but okay, but a basic SQL knowledge is an add-on. Okay. Why is that? Because see, sometimes what happens in real-time project, client will ask you to provide some data, okay, which you need to fetch it from the backend. You can ask developer, they will give you, or you can ask any testing team member, they will give you. But if you ask them, we should not be dependent on them, right? So we should be independently managing all the requests, whatever we are getting from the client. We should have that capacity, right? So that is the reason a basic SQL knowledge is add-on advantage for a business analyst, like writing a select query or joining the multiple tables, right? Very basic knowledge is enough for a business analyst. Other than that, we do not do any debugging of the issue, or we do not, fix any issue kind of a thing, right? So in-depth knowledge of SQL is not required. Basic knowledge is required. Basic knowledge is enough. I won't say it is mandatory, but if you have that knowledge, that is an add-on. Okay. So any questions until now? Yes, no? Any questions? Okay. I am assuming no questions, right? So this is what a business analyst is, right? Then we saw about B and we saw the myth. Then we'll, okay. Okay. So guys, instead of, chatting in the chat window, I prefer, you guys to talk so that, you get some familiarity with the subject and you also get familiar with other people's when you guys talk. Okay. Right. So let us get into the course content of this training program. Okay. So basically this training program is divided into two parts. One is business analyst introduction and SDLC. Okay. So in the business analyst introduction, what we learn is we will learn the basic of IT industry, like how the IT industry will work, what kind of companies we have, or what kind of organizations we have in the IT industry, what is the IT hierarchy, right? Why a business analyst role got introduced into the IT industry. So before a business analyst, also there were projects, experts at the time were developing the projects and they were delivering the projects, right? But why there was a need of a business analyst role introduced? Okay, so we'll see what are the roles and responsibilities of a BA and what are the do's and don'ts of a BA in the basic introductory classes. Okay, so we'll see what are the pre-project activities also in the introduction session, right? So why I'm including this, because see, few of you may are from IT industry, or few of you may are not from IT background, right? So there could be few people who are from sales background or banking sector. They don't know how IT industry works, right? So to give them some knowledge, okay, so I'm including these sessions as well before we go into the actual business analyst role, right? So these are also important on the interview perspective also, right? So you may not directly involved in the pre-project activities. Like as a BA, we may not involved in the pre-project activities directly, but we should be aware of that knowledge. Okay, what activities are happening before the project is initiated, right? Everything we should be aware of, right? So those things are also I'm covering in the introduction sessions. Okay, any questions here? Any questions, guys? Okay, right. So this is about introductory classes. Then we'll move on to the SDLC, right? Again, SDLC is divided into two parts. One is waterfall and one is agile. Okay. So what we are going to learn in waterfall, right? So who is the stakeholder, right? How to manage the stakeholders. Okay. What are the techniques to identify the right stakeholder apart from RACI matrix? So RACI matrix is one of the technique which used to identify the right stakeholder, but how to engage the stakeholders, right? So what are the techniques we should use to engage the stakeholders, right? What are the types of requirements, right? How to identify functional requirement, how to identify non-functional requirement, right? And we'll also see the different elicitation techniques, right? So we have 9 elicitation techniques. Okay, so what is elicitation technique? The process or the techniques which we use to gather the requirements are called elicitation techniques, right? So this is very much important for a BA. Even though we don't use all the 9 elicitation techniques, but we should know, we should know the purpose of each of the techniques, and we should be able to pick the right elicitation technique at right point of time, right? You cannot use reverse engineering all the time. Reverse engineering is one of the elicitation techniques. You cannot use reverse engineering all the time when you gather the requirements. You cannot use joint application development technique all the time, right? So we should be capable enough to pick a right illustration techniques while we gather the requirement, right? So those things we'll learn during the waterfall methodology, right? So at this point of time, I was saying, if you remember, role play activities, right? So we'll be doing role play activities when we are learning this illustration techniques, right? So what is the role play activity? I will play the role of a client. We'll take some, small example or small use case kind of thing. I will play the role of client, and you guys will play the role of business analyst, and you should gather the requirements from me. Okay. So, okay. See, this is one of the, the current batch role play activity, right? So this is the use case. Okay. And these are the questions what as a business analyst the participants have been asking as a client, right? So it is not like you ask the questions and we leave it, right? So we'll also discuss how how to proceed with the next question. What is the right question, what is the wrong question, how to differentiate the business rules, right? So if you do not ask any business rule, then that is an incomplete requirement, right? So I'll explain you how to identify a business rule, way to ask what are the business rules. Everything we are going to learn in this waterfall methodology. Okay, and we'll also learn how to write the business requirement document, how to write the functional requirement document practically. Okay, so it is not like, I know waterfall is not used much during these days, but a business analyst should understand what is the waterfall methodology, because it is the basic or initial methodology what has been used in SDLC. Okay, software development life cycle. right? Even though we are not using waterfall much nowadays, we should know how to write business requirement document, and we should know how to write functional requirement document. Okay, so we should know how to do this documentation, and we should also learn, we should be aware of what is a BA role in the testing phase. Okay, so what we do in the testing phase, everything we learn in the waterfall methodology. Any questions here, guys? Any questions? Yes or no?
I have a question.
Yes.
So this elicitation techniques are like same for agile as well, or it is only for waterfall?
Yes, illustration techniques are common for agile and waterfall.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Any other questions from anyone else?
No, I don't have any.
Okay. Then let's move on with the next. What we are going to learn in agile, right? So in agile, we have different number of frameworks. Okay, agile is like an umbrella. Okay, under agile we have Scrum, we have Kanban, we have XP, which is extreme programming. We have test driven development. We have feature driven development. Okay, so all these frameworks come under, or all these methodologies come under agile. Okay, but Scrum is the one which is mostly used across the globe. Okay, mostly used across the globe because it is easy to understand and it is also easy to implement. Okay, a layman can also understand a Scrum if he works, if he or she works, some certain amount of time. It is very easy to understand, it is very easy to implement. Okay, so I am also including Scrum in this training program. We'll touch base on other methodologies. Okay, I'll just explain, what is Kanban, what is XP, not in depth, right? At a just I'll touch base at a high level and I'll explain you how these frameworks will work. Okay, how it is different from Scrum. Okay, so this is what we'll start with in Agile. Then we'll see about Scrum events. Okay, so what are Scrum events? Like daily stand-up meeting, product backlog grooming, sprint planning, right? We'll also learn in depth of each and every event, and what is the role of a business analyst in that event, and who are responsible to conduct those events, right? So we learn all those things in detail in the agile topics, right? And we'll see how to write epics, how to write features, and how to derive user stories from them. Okay, so it is a hierarchy kind of thing, right? Epics, features, and user stories. Again, under user story we have acceptance criteria. Okay, so we'll see how to write all these things and how to write a user story along with acceptance criteria. Okay, so we'll also see the in depth of these things, right? And we'll see how to calculate the team's velocity. Basically this team's velocity calculation and team's capacity calculation is a Scrum Master job. But okay, but business analyst also should aware of how these calculations happens, right? So we'll also see in depth of capacity planning, how we plan the capacity of a particular team for a particular sprint. Okay, and how to calculate the team's velocity, right? And we'll see how the requirements are prioritized, right? So I hope you guys must have heard this terminology, right? Moscow technique. Okay, Moscow technique is one of the requirements prioritization technique, and we also have one more technique called business value, right? So these are the two techniques which are used to prioritize the requirements, right? So we'll see how to use these techniques and how to determine which technique to be used. Okay, so we learn, and also we learn how to estimate the stories. So what is meant by estimation? Basically, what is meant by estimation? Measuring some work, right? So if I ask you to travel from place A to place B, and I ask you to tell me how much time you take, to travel from place A to place B, what you do? you'll estimate the journey time, right? You will say, I will take 1 hour or I will take 2 hours. What you're doing there, you're estimating your journey time, right? So similarly, we will also estimate the user story. We, in the sense, developers and testing team will estimate the user story. How they will estimate? Like, why they will estimate? They will tell us, I'll take these many days to complete the user story, or, I'll take these many days to complete testing, right? So that is called estimation. How estimations are done? We have two techniques. One is planning poker cards, okay, and one is t-shirt size. These are the two techniques which are used for estimating an user story, right? You know what is a planning poker card? Let me show you. Okay, so these are planning poker cards. Okay, so if you see the series of numbers here, okay, 0, half, 1, basically half is half, it should be not there. So the basically the series of numbers will go like this. Okay, in planning poker cards, the series of numbers would be 0, 1, 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21. How we are deriving these numbers? Okay, starting with 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, and 5 plus 3, 8, so on. Okay, so these series of numbers are called, anyone of you know what is the series of these numbers are called?
Yeah, Fibonacci series.
Correct, Fibonacci series. Okay, so these series of numbers are called Fibonacci series. So we'll learn how to use these numbers, okay, and how developers will estimate the story, right? So we should also be aware of how to use these planning poker cards and estimate the user story, right? And we'll also see what is the t-shirt size, right? T-shirt size is nothing but the general, how, the t-shirt sizes are like small, medium, large, XL, right? So we have to define each of the numbers for each of these sizes, right? So we'll see what technique is, is mostly used, and how to choose the L station estimation techniques and everything. We'll learn in the Scrum Agile topics. Okay, when we get into Agile topics, we'll learn in depth of estimations. Any questions here on Agile? So again, okay, so for each and every topic, you will get a case study. It is not like, I'll teach you and I will leave you, right? So each and every topic, you'll get a case study like this. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so each and every topic, you'll get a case study. So if, let's say, if you have learned, if I taught you Moscow today, right? So you'll get a case study for Moscow. So similarly, if I teach you RACI matrix, you'll get a RACI matrix case study. Okay, risk register, risk analysis. For every topic, you'll get a case study so that you'll get some practical knowledge. Okay, so this training program is mostly concentrated on the practical based training. Okay, so most of the times you'll have to work on the case studies, exercises, so that you get some practical knowledge, okay, which would be similar to the real-time experience. Okay, any questions? Any questions here until now? Okay, so
No,
let us, yeah, someone talking? Let's move on. Okay, so we have seen course content. So what are the tools I'm going to cover, right? So these are the tools which I'm going to cover in this training program. First is MS Visio, which is used for requirements modeling. Okay, how requirements modeling is done? Using activity diagram, use case diagram, swimlane diagram, right? For all those things we use MS Visio. Okay, so I'll teach you how to use MS Visio. And the other tool is wireframing tool. Okay, so what is wireframing? Okay, what is wireframing? Wireframe is nothing but mock-up screens. Okay, preparing mock-up screens. Okay, 1 second. Okay, all right. So this is one of the project which was prepared in the one of the participants from the earlier batches. Okay, so these are mock-up screens. Okay, so there was a project to automate the hospital, activities. That is where the project was. So there are some couple of mock-up screens, which should be built in the website or in the application or the software, right? So these are called mock-ups. So we have many wireframing tools in the market. Okay, we have Balsamic, we have Actual Pro, we have Pencil, right? There are many tools in the market. So these screens, what you're seeing on the screen, these are done using Balsamic. Okay, but I'm going to teach you how to. Okay, I'm going to teach you on the Pencil application. Okay, Pencil is one of the wireframing tool again. Okay, so I'll teach you the concept of how to do the wireframe. You can apply the same in any of the tools. Okay, so we'll learn how to do these screen mockups, the techniques or the how we can do. Then you can apply them in any of the tools. Okay, then other tool what we are going to learn is Jira. Okay, so in depth of Jira, like how to create dashboards, how to create user stories, how to map the user stories to the project, how to extract burn down chat and burn up chat, right? Burned up, how to read burn up chat and how to read burn up chat, right? How to log the time, right? Everything we are going to learn in the Jira class. Then at last, as I said, SQL basics is important for a BA. So I'm also including SQL in this training program. Okay. Any questions here on the tools?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
What
Right.
are you going to cover in SQL?
Sorry,
What you are going to cover in SQL?
Rupak, your voice is too low. You can put that. You can put your question in the chat.
Am I
I'll.
audible? Am I audible now?
Okay. So we have seen. Okay. Is Confluence is also a tool for BAs, right? See, Confluence is nothing but a document repository. There is nothing much to learn in the Confluence. Okay, so you can also use Confluence, but that is like a just a repository, documents repository, where all the documents are saved. Right? As I mentioned, in SQL, we are going to include select query, very basic, like explaining you the data types, how to create tables, okay, how to write select query, how to join and write the select query, joining the multiple tables, right? You how to extract the data from multiple tables at one shot, right? So all these things we are going to teach you in the SQL. Confluence is not covered. Okay, so that is not a see Jira. We get some uh, free version to access wherein I can teach you, but Confluence we do not get any free version. Okay, so Confluence is not included in this program. Okay, so now we have seen the content, we have seen the tools. Now we'll see how this training program or how this course content is spread over in the 4 weeks. Okay, so first week, as I mentioned, we'll learn about basics and key knowledge areas of a business analyst and IT industry kind of thing. In week two, we learn about stakeholder analysis, right? Requirements modeling, okay, and we'll work on few case studies. And in week three, we'll get into SDLC, like waterfall methodology. We'll learn everything about waterfall, what I've shown you in the course content. And we'll do some role play activities here and work on some exercises. And in week four, we'll start Agile. Okay, so in Agile, we'll see how what is the uses of Scrum framework, how a sprint is defined, how a sprint goal is defined, right? How to handle unplanned leaves and everything we'll learn in the week 4. Okay, so again here also we'll work on some exercises and we'll do some role play activities here as well. Okay, so this is how the entire training program is spread over for 4 weeks. Yeah, that is what 4 weeks. 4 weeks is the duration. Okay, so I'll come to there. I'll come to the topic of the duration and everything. Right. So, what's after the training program? Okay, after the training program, what you'll do? You have the preparation time. Okay, like you have to work on project. So I'll give you one project. So during the training program, you'll get case studies. That is different. Okay, that is to give you the real time knowledge on that particular topic. But after the training, you have to work on one project. Okay, wherein you have to showcase all your knowledge area, whatever you have learned during the training program on that project. You have to write BRD, you have to write FRD, you have to write user stories and everything. Okay, and also mock interviews also part of training program. Okay, so mock interview, there are two options for you guys. One option is, if you want me to take mock interview immediately after the training program, I'll take your mock interview. Or else, if any of the real-time interview is scheduled, if you want me to take your mock interview at that point of time, based on the job description, I'll take at that point of time. Okay, so it's your choice when I have to take your mock interview. Okay, so this is a preparation time. Right, outcome, right, you will be becoming, a successful business analyst after this training program. And prerequisites, you should be graduated, or anyone who is from any background like quality assurance, or you're a developer, or you're working in a banking sector, right? Everyone can transform into a business analyst. But the way we show the experience, or we showcase our experience as a PA would differ, profile to profile. Okay, so this is all about the training program. Any questions here on the training program, or on the training content, or on the preparation time, or on the roadmap? Any
Yeah, bro,
questions?
I have a doubt.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, go ahead.
Bro. Yeah, you said only for 1 month, right?
What is that?
You said training program is 1 month, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. If you get means after finishing after completion of your training, if
Mm,
we are not getting any job, I mean, it taking for 1 or 2 months delay after your training.
mm,
So in that case, between these 2 months, if we have any doubts about, I mean,
mm,
uh, something about what the program you have done before.
mm.
So did you did you clear those thought? I mean, did you clear the type of I mean any type of problems like that?
Yes, so once you enroll for the training, you can call me at any point of time. It is not like, that is valid only for 6 months or 1 year. So I still talk to people, who got trained me way long back, like 2022 or 2023. They still
Yeah,
ask
bro.
me, call me for questions, right? So we can have that kind of discussion. That is not a problem. So anyways, you'll be part of the group also. You can ping me at any point of time, for your clarifications.
Thank you.
Anything else you guys want to know about the training program before I go into the uh, batch details? Okay. So, uh, so did every one of you fill that form, which I, posted in the link? Okay. Okay, so for everyone's sake, I am again putting the link in the chat window. Just fill this form. Okay, yeah. So now let's get into the batch timings, batch fee, and when I'm going to start the new batch and everything. Okay. Correct. So new batch would start from February 21st, Feb 21st, 2024. Okay, and class time would be 7 a.m. IST to 8 a.m. IST. It is IST. Okay. Then in EST it would be around 8:30 p.m. EST to 9:30 p.m. EST. Okay, maybe USA or Canada, you guys can follow this time for the class time. Okay, and the duration it would vary like 26 to 30 days. It may vary. Okay, because of the discussion, if anything gets prolonged, right? If you have any additional questions, that 26 30 days would be the duration. Okay, and fee of the entire training program, which covers everything what I've discussed, is 8,000 INR. Okay, and anything else am I missing? Okay, and you'll get the daily recordings. Though I take the live classes, you also get the daily recordings of each and every class. So you'll have that access to for the lifetime. So there is no restriction on the access to. You can refer them at any point of time in future. Okay. And Feb 21st is the start date. Right. It is not an approximate start date. It is a final start date. I am going to start the batch on 21st February. Okay.
Yeah, thanks to Rupak for that information. But I would like to more detailing on like post-training support. Like you'll be again busy with the next batch of training the people. So how it could be? I mean, it's through, because I would like prefer go for one-on-one. So how I would like? I mean, I can go ahead with reaching out through email, or like how through WhatsApp message, how it will be convenient, so that I really
So it is not like not sharing my contact number. So you will be aware of my contact number. You can just
yeah.
me before you call. We can
Mhm,
start a meeting it right away. If I'm at
mhm.
that point of time, we can discuss. Or if I'm in some meeting, I'll call you back in half an hour or 1 hour. But we can get in touch on the same day.
Okay, that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm joining from Canada, so it will be little bit time issue. So that's why I
I
want to clear up.
Yes, I understand. So I have participants from Canada, USA, UK, sometimes from Singapore. People join. Okay, so I would manage that. That is not a problem. So that is
Mhm.
it, to avoid these kind of clashes or overburden. I limit the batch only to 10 participants. Right, mostly it would go up to 12, not more than.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And you would also prefer making a group for the batch people you're taking, like just for example, who participant on today.
Mhm.
If you are moving for the training, the same batch people, so are you making like a group of that people so that we can discuss a few things in case
In old batch participants.
anything like are you making are you like prefer making a group in WhatsApp so that
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
So you see, this is the current batch group. Okay.
Okay.
Able to see my screen. This is the current batch group. So I'll be, this is my real-time Scrum retrospective meeting. In my office, I just share this screen to see,
Mhm.
to show how it happens in real time. Okay.
Okay.
So there would be some quizzes like, I'll be running some surprise questions in the group, right? So yeah, you'll get in touch with your co-participants.
Yeah, and also the experience who has already joined somewhere as a business analyst. Right?
Yeah, yes,
Okay, that's great. Yeah, thanks, Rup.
yeah. And I think I forgot to explain about certifications. Okay, so if you guys have at 5 to 10 minutes, then I'll quickly explain you about the certifications also. I missed that portion, right? So for BA, we have 3 certifications, and all the certifications are provided by IIBA, International Institute of Business Analysis. This is the board which provides business analyst certification. Okay, one is ECBA, which is entry level certification, and CCBA, moderate level of certification, and CBAP is the highest level of certification for a business analyst. Okay, so ECBA anyone can write, trained or untrained, anyone can attempt ECBA certification. But when it comes to CCBA, certification of capability in business analysis, one should have at least, if you can see here, 2 to 3 years of practical business analysis work. Okay, so that particular individual who is going to attempt for CCBA should be working at least 2 to 3 years of a real-time business analyst. Then only they are eligible to write CCBA. Same with CBAP. CBAP, we should have at least 5 years of real-time working experience as a BA. Then only we are eligible to write CBAP. Okay, so these are the 3 certifications which are available for BA, right? So I won't say, or I won't suggest any BA certification, because these certifications are very costly. Okay, so when it comes to business analyst, any organization will look for the skill set. If you have the right skill set, even if you do not have any certification, that is fine. Okay, so skill set is important, practical knowledge is important. Okay, so if you gain these 2, certifications are not required. If your organization mandates certification, then you can go any of these certification. Okay, so if you want to go at the entry level, then only ECBA is the one which you can write. No, I am not certified BA. I haven't done any of these certification. Okay, I have done Scrum Master certification. I have done Product Manager and Product Owner certification, but I haven't done Business Analyst certification. Right. But I am the member of IIBA. Again, that is a paid membership. That doesn't make any difference. But as a member, I'll get some of the not some the access to the business analyst. IIBA conducts some sessions across the globe, so I get access of those, that recordings and everything. I can also share some of the knowledge to you guys out of those meetings. Okay, so what exactly the difference between BA and a Scrum Master? Okay, yeah, so not only BA versus Scrum Master versus Product Owner. Okay, so how many of you think BA is same as a Product Owner? BA and Product Owner are same. How many of you guys think this? Just if you guys have any idea, right? First, let us understand difference between Product Owner and BA. Then we'll come to Scrum Master. Okay, so Product Owner is different from Business Analyst according to the Scrum Guide, or according to the Safe Agile, Scaled Agile organization. Okay, so Product Owner basically works on the product enhancement. Okay, Product Owner will work only on the product vision, product roadmap, or product enhancing the product, which can be used by other companies. Okay, so that is what a Product Owner does. Business Analyst will work with the client to implement the software. Okay, so Business Analyst will work with the client, gather the requirements, and implement those requirements and convert them into the software with the help of developers. Okay, product owner will not communicate with the clients. Product owner will communicate with the industry experts, does the research, and help in product enhancement. Okay, that is the difference between product owner and BA. Then come to Scrum Master. Scrum Master is like a managerial role. Okay, so Scrum Master is responsible for looking after the team. Okay, so Scrum Master is responsible to see, to communicate with the client, or Scrum Master in Agile on the impediments, right? So Scrum Master is responsible to handle all kind of impediments if anything is faced by the team member. Okay, so he will be communicating with the client on the budgeting, resourcing, and everything, right? So Scrum Master is like a managerial role. So anything you want to start with, Business Analyst is the basic foundation which will help you understand all the cycle. Okay, Business Analyst is a very much foundation for each of these roles, right? You cannot directly go as a Scrum Master, let's say you're working in banking industry. You cannot, you can go as a Scrum Master directly, but it would be very challenging for you. Okay, so understand the process and everything. So better not to go for Scrum Master directly. You do Business Analyst, work as a Business Analyst, understand the concepts, understand how, client will work, understand the process and procedure, how the, SDLC will work. Then go as a, then you will have an option of going to product owner, or you have an option of going to Scrum Master. Okay, so once you gain real-time knowledge as a BA, at least 5 years or 6 years, then you can choose your way. You can go as a product owner or product manager, product specialist, or that way, or you can go as a Scrum Master, project manager, right? In the different way. So you have two paths for a business analyst in the upcoming days if you want to, grow in your career. Okay. Any other questions? Okay, so if you guys have any other questions, you can talk to me directly. So this is my contact number. Plus 91-756-9842-886. Okay, so this is my contact number. You can call me or you can WhatsApp me. Right, at any point of time we can discuss. And also, if you guys want any one of you to enroll the course, you can also contact me on this number. I'll tell you the enrollment procedure. Yes, 21st is fine. Okay, 21st is nothing but the next Wednesday, the coming Wednesday. Okay, so I would be closing enrollments by Monday. So if you guys are, any one of you are interested to enroll, then you can enroll by 19th or 20th. Okay, most probably 19th I will close. So you guys can enroll before that. No, there won't be any change. As I mentioned, it is 21st, then it is 20th. Okay, so I think Geeta, you were missing when I was talking on the fee. So here are the fee details, like batches from 21st, class time 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. IST. When it comes to EST, it is 8:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. EST. Duration 26 to 30 days, and fees is 8,000 INR, which includes business analyst plus SQL. Okay, BA plus SQL. Any other questions? Okay, so if you guys do not have any questions, then we'll close it for today. Right, so all the best for your future endeavors, whatever the technology you choose. Right, okay, so thanks everyone, thanks for joining the demo.
Yeah, thank you, Rupa.
Thank you. Thank you so much.